I'm sorry I'm wearing a t-shirt. All I had was a USA Hockey jersey. And so I
That's okay.
realized,
Yeah,
no, I'm
might be a
joking.
little,
That's a terrible joke. We win one time every 30
Hey,
years.
listen, it's
One time
okay.
every 30
You
years, and
can
it's all
have
we
it.
can talk about.
You can have it
That's
that
it.
one time. Yeah.
That's it. Well, it's nice to talk with you, Megan.
Yeah, you
I
too.
it's an absolute pleasure. I'm excited about
Absolutely.
your career. Big things are continuing to happen,
Yeah.
but you're not brand new.
No, I
Tell me a
know.
little bit about the journey because a lot of people they just start here and get caught a little bit younger. You're still very
Hmm.
young. We're going to say
Thank you.
very, very
So that was a
young.
good catch. Yeah.
So no, it wasn't a
Good
catch. You
save.
are very young because you're way younger than me. But I'm just curious about this journey now that you've been in Nashville
Hmm.
for nearly a decade or
Yeah.
so. What do you think? Where's it going from here?
It can be hard sometimes, especially now with social media and everything. You're faced with like a constant highlight reel of, the top 1% of artists and, being compared against them. And I do it to myself a lot of the times, but I remind myself, I have a saying that, I'm always in the right place at the right time because my steps are ordered. If something hasn't happened for me yet, that's by design. It's God's plan where I'm going. And I also recognize that, the music that I want to make and the path that I want to take is sometimes a longer road because I have a clear vision and I'm not easily swayed by, you know, other outside voices that have their own ideas of how I need to get to where I'm going. And so, I think everything happens for a reason. And I think everything that I've been through and everything I've learned and the journey that I've been on has made me a better songwriter. It's given me a lot of time to hone my craft and become a great performer and entertainer. So yeah,
I love all
it's
of that.
I'm right where I'm supposed to
I
be.
but I need you to do my job because I'm in the thinking about the future business. That's what we do is
Yeah.
help people plan for the future. And it sounds like you are, it's the cliche statement of starting with the end in mind.
Hmm.
But that's exactly what I'm hearing you say is that you
Yeah.
know where. So if everything works out, like if I'm talking
Hmm.
to you 10 years from now, when you're in your soft 30s at that point. So in 10 years from now, and everything's worked out just exactly the way
Yeah.
that you had hoped, what has happened over the previous 10 years? You just went to Europe. I heard that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's uh I definitely I always look at big picture. And part of the big picture for me is not just to become successful, but to do it in a way that is done with integrity and
Yeah.
that's done authentically. And again, sometimes that's the longer way around. But I think I've managed to sustain myself and pay my bills out of doing what I love for a living for over a decade. And I survived a pandemic. I've survived lost record deals, signed new ones, and a lot of big changes. And if I can continue to do what I love for a living and support myself and my family, like that's a win. And I mean, the other stuff is it's great. There's great milestones and there's good things to strive for. But to me, making a living off what I do and doing it with music that I love and that is authentic and true to me, that's a win.
Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't going to bring up Mitchell, but you were so quick to defend him earlier on, and I know you obviously you work in the same industry.
Yeah.
Um, part of what I do is working with couples and
Hmm.
talking frequently about finances, and
Hmm.
and it becomes kind of a quasi marriage counseling. So I'll tell you what
Hmm.
I've learned in 30 years of doing that.
Please, yeah.
Absolutely nothing. I have no idea. I've worked with my wife for 30 years. We're partners,
Hmm.
and I realize every week that I still know nothing because it's all so very different. So I wish you the best of luck, and like
Thank
everybody
you.
else, would love to hear a duet someday.
Yeah.
But I love that you. Is it offensive if I say you're kicking it old school? Because I love that style, the
No.
storytelling music that
Yeah.
you have.
No. I mean, that's
As I listen to your songs, I think this is a flashback, and I really, really enjoy it.
no,
We
that's
need
a
more of
huge
it.
compliment. I'll take it. I
Okay,
mean, that's, I'm really a songwriter and a storyteller first.
absolutely.
And, God gave me the gifts to be able to do that on stage and sing and entertain and perform. And, when I write songs, I think about, okay, what am I putting out into the world? What am I saying? What's going to be my legacy when I'm gone? Are these songs that might are just going to be a flash in the pan or a
Mm.
trendy moment, or are these songs that can sustain over decades and still stand true 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later? A lot of the music I listen to is from 50 plus years ago, or and so that's probably why I love that you say I'm kicking it old school, because to me, if those songs can still stand the test of time and people still love them and want to listen to them years later, that again, that's my idea of success, and those are the kind of songs I want to write.
Well, you do, and I know they will stand the test of
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you. Keep doing it,
Yeah,
please, for the
I
rest of us.
listen.
Keep doing it.
I'm not really good at anything else, so this is this is
I
no
highly doubt
plan
that. I
B.
hear you're a good golfer, so
Oh, I'm not bad. I'm not bad.
well, thank you so much for your time. Look forward to
Thank
hearing
you.
way more music come out in
Yes.
the future and continue enjoying the
Thank
music
you.
you already put out there. So
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much.
much. Yeah,
All right, thanks.
of course.